Hi there, Jen Roque here at stampcampwithjen.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Summerfield, Florida, and thank you so much for joining me for my weekly Facebook Live. Every Monday I go live on Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you haven't already, please like and follow me on Facebook so you never miss a live video when I go live. And then if you're watching the replay on YouTube, please like and subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss a video. So as you're joining me, please say hi, let me know where you're coming from, what you've been up to. Did you have a good weekend? Did you do anything exciting? Down here in Central Florida, it's actually starting to cool off a little bit. The humidity's starting to go down. It's been really, really nice. My husband and I were laughing the other day because we're like, it's like a light switch went off once fall hit, like the first day of fall. After that, it's starting to actually feel a lot nicer and a lot less humid, so we're really grateful for that. Last weekend, you might know, especially if you're a newsletter subscriber, I was a vendor at a local craft fair. It was a lot of fun. My son Ethan went and helped me set up, which he wasn't really excited about to begin with, but once we got there, he thought it was really neat to see the little booths that were set up, and so we kind of walked around a little bit and checked things out after we were done. So he got kind of a kick out of that and kind of understood like crafting isn't just paper crafting. Like there's all kinds of crafts. There's sewing crafts and all kinds of stuff. So it's really cool. I like that he thought it was neat too. So a couple things before we get started. Today I'm going to show you how to make gift card holders using the note cards and envelopes. It's not a new thing. It's actually something and an idea I got from Dawn Griffith. She did this years ago. Somebody shared it on Facebook and I thought, how cool is that? That would be really easy to do. And I made a bunch of them for my craft fair this past weekend. So we're gonna make those today, but before we begin, I just want to remind you guys this Thursday is the last day of Sale-A-Bration. Unfortunately, I've loved this July-August Sale-A-Bration. I'm kind of sad it's coming to an end, but I think it's really cool that Stampin' Up! Is doing this now. For the holiday papers, we'll be able to see get free Christmas stuff and free holiday stuff, and I think that's really neat that they're doing that. So if you haven't placed an order and gotten all your freebies yet, you need to do that by this Thursday, and then don't forget to use my host code, and if you haven't earned it already yet, you'll earn the In Color Gems with a $50 order, as long as you use my host code and you haven't earned it already. I only let customers earn one per month, just to kind of keep it fair for everybody. But so add your host code if your order is over $50. If it's over $150 though, don't add my host code. Just use your Stampin' Rewards and you'll still earn that free gift. So and then the other thing is next Monday I'm going to be doing my World Card Making reveal. So many of you probably know Saturday is World Card Making Day, which is really fun. It's a great day to sit down with friends and just kind of catch up and make cards and send them to people and let them know that you've been thinking about them. And then this year for World Card Making Day, I'm doing a contest where if you send me Christmas cards, that Christmas cards are an entry into a drawing. And on Monday, October 4th at 7 p.m., I'm going to show all of the beautiful Christmas cards that have been sent to me, and then I'm going to do drawings for different prizes. So as of right now, I have 54 cards, so I will be drawing at least 3 people, and they will be different people. If I draw the same person, then I will redraw until I get a new person. So there will be 3 separate winners. You can't get multiple prizes. So let's see. So how I did it was every increment of 25, I'm doing a drawing. So if there's like a leftover bucket that's not quite 25, that's fine. I'm still going to draw another drawing. So I'm going to do 3 prize drawings on Monday. So I hope you'll join me. And again, if you can't join me for some reason, I know a lot of people aren't on Facebook and they watch the replay. That's totally fine. I'll always post the replay to my blog and my YouTube channel as well, so you can see if you were a winner there. And you won't need to do anything to contact me. That's kind of genius of doing it this way is because I have your return address on the envelope. I know who to send the prize to and where to send it to. So I'll just automatically send it out on Tuesday next week. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get started. These are really quick and easy. You're gonna be amazed by how easy these are. So let me turn my camera around real quick and get my lights all set up. My desk is kind of a mess between all my crafting I've been doing with, I still haven't completely cleaned up from my Christmas card buffet I did, and now I have a bunch of stuff from my craft fair on my table too. So my goal this week is to kind of clean up a little bit finally. So, all right, so this is what we're starting with today. These are the note cards and envelopes from the annual catalog. You get 20 in a pack, and I believe it's $7 for a pack of 20. And the great thing about these is they come with their own envelopes, so you don't have to like search for a separate envelope. So it's really great to have gift cards that you can slip in an envelope, and you can mail them, you can just give them to somebody, but it's in its own little envelope, which is really cool. So, all right, so we're gonna take one of our note cards, and this is the one that we're making right now. And I actually made 5 different versions, so I'm gonna show you the other versions when we're done. But this is the one that we're doing right now. This uses that Sweet Stockings designer series paper. It has like a bunch of dogs and stuff on it too. But I love this one. I thought this was so cute. I love the little sweater and the Christmas lights. So this is the one that I'm going to show you real quick, and then I'll show you the other examples. So, all right, let's get started. So I'm going to take my note card, and we're going to fold it in half and use our little bone folder here. Okay, and then we're going to grab our paper trimmer. And let me move all this stuff out of the way here. All right. So my space is just so tiny right now. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one side. It doesn't matter because they're the same width on either side, but you just take one side and you measure down to 1 3/4 and trim that off. Okay. And we're actually going to use this piece. We're going to cut this down for our little tag here as well. So I'm going to cut it down to 1 1/4. And that's what I need for that little tag. And you could keep this little strip. This is about a 1/2 inch. I use these little 1/2 inch strips for like tiny sentiments all the time. So if you really want to save paper, you could save this as well. I probably won't save it though. I always have those little 1/2 inch strips for stuff. So. All right, and then while we're cutting, so I have this little light bulb piece that's left over from the Christmas card buffet cards that I did, and I'm going to cut this. It needs to be 4 7/8 inches wide, which it already is, and then it actually needs to be 1 5/8, but it's 1 1/2. So if it's a little under, it's okay, and you'll see. With this one, it has a little bit of a bigger border around it, and that's all right. If it's close, it's fine. I made these work because I wanted to use up these strips for my gift cards. But you'll see in the other ones, there's a lot less of a border because they actually fill up that bottom section a little bit better. And then for the little like sweater design piece, we're going to cut this at 4 7/8 wide. So just keep in mind when you cut it at 4 7/8 wide, if you have directional paper like this, you need it to be facing the correct direction when it's in this position, okay? You need it, oh, I just realized you couldn't see my dimensions. I'm sorry. All right, so 4 7/8. So this is the right direction. So we want to cut it right there. And then we want it to be 3 3. Well, she had, Dawn Griffith, who I got this from, did 3 3/8. But I actually had a bunch of pieces that were 2 1/2 left over from cards, and that worked out perfectly. So I'm going to do 2 1/2 inches. And that way you can get more paper for your gift cards as well. So that's all the cutting we're going to do. And then we're going to take our detailed trio punch, and we're going to use the corner rounder. And just like in the example, we're going to corner round the top 2 sections of the corners of the DSP and our gift card, our note card. So looking at our note card here, this big section up here, these two corners are what we want to corner around here. And you just push straight in the middle, even pressure. Okay. We're going to do that for our paper as well. Make sure your DSP is all the way in. All right. And then I'm just going to take my Stampin' Seal. Oops. If I have one that's ready. Right here. Okay. And then I'm going to put Stampin' Seal on the back here. See, like you can see there's a bunch of little dogs and cats and animals on this paper. It's really cool, but I like it for all of the like traditional Christmas colors. It's got the sweater, it's got Christmas lights, it's got a lot of really cute patterns. I at first wasn't real crazy about it, but the more I saw people using it and the more I got the paper, like I said, for my Christmas card buffet, and I just fell in love with it. I thought it was so cool. But I didn't actually get the bundle itself. All right, so we're just gonna center this on here as well. And like I said, we have a little bit more of a border because my little strip was a little bit shorter than what we would normally use, but that's okay. So now we're gonna take some liquid glue here, and we're just gonna put a little bit of, ooh, that came out a lot faster than I meant it to. A little bit of liquid glue on the sides. You just want a little strip there. And you're just gonna rub it on either side. Oops, I need to clean that up. And you just wanna kinda rub it a little bit until it starts to set. And then we're gonna set it aside to dry while we're working on our sentiment here. Get some of that off. Oof, did not mean for it to come out like that. That's all right. All right, so we're gonna let that dry. We're gonna set that aside. Oops. And then we're gonna take our little strip here that we have, and we're gonna grab our old olive and let's see. Find my stamp set. I thought I had it out, but I don't. Let's see. Oh wait, that's right here. I just had it. I forgot. So the stamp set that I used is actually the Frosted Gingerbread. That's where I got that Wishing You a Merry Christmas from. So we're gonna grab that, and I have it out somewhere already. Oh, that's great. My desk is such a mess that I have it out and I don't even realize I have it out. Oh, it's right in front of me right there. Okay. All right. So we're gonna take Old Olive and we're just gonna ink up our stamp here. And I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna punch out this little corner over here, so I'm just gonna do it a little bit off to the side. Perfect. And then we're gonna trim the edge, and I'm gonna use my paper trimmer just because I wanna make sure I get a smooth cut. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it a little bit off to the side. Actually, before we do that, it'll be easier for me to punch if I have this long strip. So I'm taking this, I think this is a Tailored Tags punch, and this won't fit because it's wider than an inch. It won't fit in the Banners Pick-a-Punch, which is what I use for everything. So I realized if you put this paper where that little divot is on your Tailored Tags punch, then you can make your own little banner that way. So a lot of people draw lines to make it easier for them to center. You could do that as well if you wanted to draw on your punches. I'm not real crazy about that, and I needed to move this so I can see. Try to eyeball it as best I can. And now I have my little banner. Easy peasy. So you can always find ways to use your punches other than what was originally intended, and that's what is so great about crafting. All right, so we're just gonna kind of eyeball this and trim it so you have that straight line. I don't trust myself to do it straight if I just use my scissors, so that's why I got that guy out. All right, and then the last thing we need to do is we're just gonna take some dimensionals and pop this up, and we'll be done. And then I'll show you, like I said, I have 4 other examples that I made. So my craft show, it went pretty well. It went as well as I hoped it would, which was good. But I didn't really sell a lot of like gift card holders, or I made desktop calendars, like Christmas gift type things. And I think it was just a little bit too early for people to be buying that stuff. So I'm doing another craft show in November, and I'm hoping a lot of that stuff will sell a lot better. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of center this so it's kind of even around the edge and has an even border, and I'm just gonna put it right there, and that's it. And then if you want, I know a lot of people like to decorate their envelope flap. You can take some DSP, adhere it, and trim around so you have a coordinating envelope flap. I just like to leave them blank, that way if somehow they get shuffled up or anything, you can kind of reuse them. So I really like that. But okay, so that's that one, and then let me show you the other versions I made. Okay, so this one I made actually using retired designer series paper. So this uses that brightly gleaming that retired last year, which was really cool. This Happy Holidays is also from that gingerbread and peppermint stamp set. And then I used the bedazzling paper with the stars dies and cut out a star to kind of go with the stars in the background there. So that's kind of a fun one. And then with the Whimsy and Wonder DSP, I used the Whimsy and Wonder paper for the background. I used that beautiful glittered organdy ribbon that we have now. And then one of my favorite punches is double oval punch. And then the sentiment is also from that Whimsy stamp set that goes with that suite. And then the popular Penguin Playmates DSP. So I punched out the penguin using the penguin punch, and then the stamp set is from the Penguin, I think it's called Penguin Play stamp set. I just stamped it on, I think this is a 1/2-inch strip actually, and then I just trimmed the edges and popped it. I popped everything up on the little card front there. So all of the card fronts, everything's popped up. And then I used the paper. This is actually, the trees are the back side of this design. So I just cut a piece and then cut a shorter piece and flipped it over. So, and then the last one I made was also using that Penguin Playmates paper, and the same thing. This is the same paper. It's just both sides of the paper, that double oval punch. The greeting is also from that penguin stamp set, and then I hand cut the little polar bear out of the paper. So that's it. So that is what I made for my craft show. Like I said, really easy. You could make a bunch of these if you, I know a lot of people like to give gift cards for Christmas, so you could easily make a bunch of these and send them off to people. So all right, guys, well, that's all I have for today. It was a quick and easy project, but I hope that it was helpful. I hope it helps you get ready for your Christmas gift giving. If you're doing craft shows, maybe this is something you'll make for your craft shows. Who knows? So if you have any questions about anything, always feel free to contact me. You can reach me at stampcampwithjen@gmail.com. I usually respond fairly quickly. If you need any of the supplies for today's project, don't forget to shop with me in my Stampin' Up store at stampinup.com. My name is Jennifer Roque, and remember, Sale-A-Bration ends Thursday, so get those orders in and use my host code, and you'll earn the in color jewels if you haven't earned them yet this month. Okay? All right, guys. And also sign up for my newsletter if you haven't signed up for it. I send it out every Friday morning, and there's lots of Stampin' Up and Stamp Camp with Jen news in there every week. So, all right, guys. Well, I hope you have a fantastic week, and until next time, stay safe and happy stamping. Bye.